Yep, all
Alright,
good.
now let's see. Bring this up. Yeah,
Yep, all
alright.
good.
It is right here. And bingo.
Awesome. Okay.
All right. Let's go ahead and switch on over to here. How's it going, everybody? I am Mary Mitch, and I welcome you to today's stream. I'm gonna be preparing today for tonight's first ever individual session with one of my players in the Jealous Twilight campaign. Ought to be a fun time. I'm gonna start off with reading through Ricardo Nichols Jr.'s backstory. Figured I'd share this with you guys. It's pretty fun and something that one of my players put together all by themselves. So, I figured it'd be cool to share. Let me bring up some jams real quick so that we might rock out together. All right, there we go. Okay, so Ricardo Javier Nichols Jr. was born to Elma Nichols and Ricardo Javier Nichols Sr., the only child to the older couple. They lived a very average life on a farm. Dicky's mother and father weren't planning on having children, but hey, accidents happen. His mother Elma was a very meek halfling woman who tended to her garden and made sure Dicky got a proper education. His father, Ricardo Sr., however, was not so meek and nice. He made sure to remind Dicky that he was expected to know how to care for the family farm and be an upstanding member of their small community. Ricardo Sr. had excelled at everything he had done, so naturally he expected that of his son as well. Unfortunately, Dicky was a completely average child in every way. His father was mean and rash with no tenderness in his heart for his son and made sure he knew it. Ricardo Sr.'s nickname in the community was Rick, and soon Dicky received the nickname Rick Jr. The neighborhood kids tried to pick on him, called him Dick instead. Instead of being insulted or upset, Dicky was overjoyed and soon told everyone to call him Little Dicky. The name stuck with everyone but his parents, who still called him Ricardo Jr. When Dicky was just old enough to go out on his own, he packed a bag. He told his parents minutes before departure that he was leaving to head to the big city, in search of his own path in life, away from the shadow of his father. His mother cried and held him, but his father just spat his chewing gum out onto the floor and left to herd the cattle. Dicky met a mutual friend, a young man named Reginald Pettyfield, in Imberlin. Reg and Dicky would go to work for a large banking organization on the straight and narrow for a number of years. Within those years, Dicky would marry his first wife, a concubine named Kiki, who was a beautiful Goliath woman, charmed by Dicky's hefty paycheck. "Dicky," Reg said one day, "I think we have a good chance at striking out on our own. Our own bank, I mean. We'll each put in our savings and our investment will double in no time. You'll be the front man and I'll handle the paperwork." Dicky was dubious at first, refusing. However, he soon got the news from a cold letter. "Ricardo Jr., your mother passed away from illness. She was always a frail woman, and we are both in our elderly years. The funeral was held already. Don't bother visiting. There's no one here that will greet you warmly. Ricardo Javier Nichols Sr." The crushing feeling of betrayal drowned Dicky, and his resolve to succeed hardened almost immediately. He agreed to go all in on the new business with Reg, pouring nearly all his coin into it. He was the frontman of the Stash and Go, Velvet's first traveling bank. The idea was novel, but Dicky thought himself charming and trustworthy. The business tanked immediately. Turns out, no one wanted to just store their savings in a flimsy traveling cart pulled by a lame donkey. With tensions high, little income coming in, and Dicky always traveling for work, Kiki filed for divorce. No money, no mother, a failing business. The stress sent Dicky to the... do I have permissions to edit this? Gotta change that from yellow. The Drowned Monkey Casino. He was amongst his kind there. Cheesing men with slick hair, puffing on cigars. Dicky had a lucky hand there for a while, and he caught the eye of a dealer, a gorgeous dragonborn woman named Ruby. They got married 2 weeks after, a hot and heavy spending love affair. And things were looking up for Dicky. After a couple of years, the business was looking good. Great even. Money was flowing in, yet the actual number of customers was the same as it ever was. How was that possible? Ruby told him not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but Dicky had to. He peeked the paperwork. There it was, just as he thought. Reg was skimming off the top. It started a year ago. Small increments. Then gradually more and more. Hundreds of gold just taken from people and generously given to the two businessmen. Dicky wasn't sure how to take it. He tried to forget about it, but he eventually caved. He confronted Reg, and a huge fight ensued. Reg broke away from the Stash and Go and washed his hand of it. No doubt, going off to start another greasy con. The next couple years was a nosedive. Without the fraud, Dicky couldn't afford his lavish lifestyle. Actually, he could hardly afford food for the lame donkey. Bankruptcy on the horizon, Dicky was hitting the casino and taverns every night. And most mornings, too. He was spiraling. And Ruby had enough of it and left. Divorce number 2. Rock bottom became a familiar place for Dicky. Living in the slime and haze of hangovers and gambling debt became the easy way out. He racked up thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of debt in Geld, spending every day in the Golden Tails. Drowned Monkey Casino. The thrill of the lights and glossy patronage, the debonair facade he could put on in a flash was intoxicating. Until he caught a new lounge singer in the lobby. She was a giant, almost 7 feet tall, sharp half-orc features and immaculate dark hair. She was a powerful vision in a tight black dress. Starla. Dicky was in love at first sight, and this was actual love, he was sure. He flirted and bought drinks he couldn't afford, but she wasn't interested. Maybe if I was a richer man. Disgustingly rich. So rich it's beyond belief, he thought. Then Dicky started skimming gold from his customers, just as Reg did a couple years prior. It was a gross feeling at first, to actually physically cook the books in the candlelight of his tiny cart, doing something so criminal to normal people. People like his mom. But then the money started coming in, and he got used to it. He made sure to go to the Drowned Monkey to watch Starless singing, draped deliciously over the grand piano, and he flashed his big bucks around. "Drinks for everyone! All in on the next card game. I lost? No sweat. Deal me in on the next one too, huh?" It was a fantastic show. What a sparkling fantasy he was living. Even Starla started to notice, and before he knew it, they were married. Before he knew it, the followers of Lenine had accepted him into their ranks and taught him their ways, a small community of like-minded individuals. And before he knew it, the Golden Tail had him in 100,000 platinum debt and started asking for collection. Dicky ignored the Golden Tail. He lived at the bottom of the barrel for so long, he was no longer afraid of it. He always picked himself up and dusted himself off, didn't he? What's a little outstanding debt? As long as he had the sumptuous Starla as his wife, he had all he needed. Turns out, however, being massively in debt to a huge organization is a bad idea. Within a month, Dicky's daydream was destroyed. Members of the Golden Tail had been given the runaround for the last time and beat the shit out of him in the back alley. He signed over his dirty business to cover the month's payment. The business that was almost certainly on some government's radar or on a watch list somehow was now in the Golden Tail's name. A rotten apple, signed, sealed, and delivered. Dicky was in deep, deep shit now. He spilled all the beans to Starla that night in their large, expensive home. He told her absolutely everything. She was furious, madder than anyone he'd ever seen. "You lied to me about everything. Who did I even marry? How could you drag me into your colossal shit pile?" She told him to leave and never come back. It hurt Dicky more than anything to hear that. His heart shattered, and he found himself wishing for rock bottom again, because this feeling was so much worse. He packed a small amount of things in his cart and rode away. Turning back in the darkness and cover of night, he met Starla's steely gaze and watched her grow smaller in the distance. That was 6 months ago. All right. Shoot, how's that, man? How was that? A darn good tale if I ever saw one. So, let me catch you up on a couple things. Our heroes are in Twining Town currently. They've made their way here to investigate the disappearance of Celeste Sunnydee, a day priestess from Autoclave Village. They've arrived here noticing that there were gnolls posted outside of the front gates. Gnoll guards. A curious thing, if ever there was one. They entered the town being led by Cyril Willfaith, the vice governor, and were soon ambushed by members of an organization known as the Cold Shoulder. These members were swiftly defeated by our heroes, however, some did get away. They captured one, Cyril Willfaith, and let the others go. And soon they realized, oh shoot, since we did let those folks go, they're most likely going to be coming back with more enforcement. So, they sought refuge at the Sky Twin Basilica with Perigee and Violet, the two Day and Die priests there at the Sky Twin Basilica. They made it there, had to hide for a little bit because a Warforged sent by the Cold Shoulder arrived at the doorstep of the Sky Twin Basilica and investigated. found Dicky's stash-and-go cart and destroyed it. So, they did manage to not get captured by said Warforged, but it came at a cost. Then from there, most of them were set to bed down for the evening, but Dicky decided, hey, I'm a stealthy one, I'm a rogue, why don't I go out and, investigate, take a look around, see what's up with the Cold Shoulder hideout. And so, that's where they went. He and one of the other members of the Sky Twin Basilica, Yagi. Yes, Kichiro Yagi. Those two are heading off to, investigate the Cold Shoulder hideout. But since they're going off on their own, I thought to myself, shoot, well, why don't we do a little, one-shot adventure with Dicky? Have Dicky go and investigate this and return to the party come Saturday when we do the actual session. So that's what I'm prepping for. There's also going to be another one-shot adventure with Grogan Grumbino Grung, since he decided to go off on his own as well. That was part of why I wanted to do this. If it had just been one member, I was like, maybe we'll just kind of decide what all happened on that trip, but Dicky here and Grogan are both setting off, doing their own thing for a little bit. Ribbit. Also, gotta give it to my boy Keytoon. He drew this himself, and it is absolutely stunning. When we go to his preparation, I think I'm gonna read out. I think I already did once before. Yeah, I think I did, but not since it was updated. But he's written out his bio as well, and it is pretty darn cool. He's a grung royal, who kind of didn't betray his own kind. His story is interesting. He wound up facing off against a foe that he couldn't defeat, and that left him beaten and bloodied and thrown into a river that led him to Blightwater Bay. But alright, let's see here. Right now I am, I put together, I hope you like it, I drew this little town hall here. I couldn't really find a battle map online that suited what I wanted it to look like. So I just kind of used Fire Alpaca and my mouse and keyboard to to whip this up. But not bad, right? I did the same for the mines. Check that out, huh? Did the same for the mines and for the Warforged factory. And it came out pretty alright. In fact, we actually need to look for... let's see. Warforged experiment battle map. We don't want a factory. We're just searching for a reference here. No, let's see. Frankenstein experiment battle map. That's kind of like what I'm looking for. This could do. This layout might be good. for the purposes that I'm looking for. Ooh, this is more what I'm looking for. Alright, cool. Let's save the image. The town and city. Lab experiment 1. Alright, and then we are gonna pull up Fire Alpaca, baby. I'll give you a little clue into like how I make these things. Oh shoot, that reminds me. Let me go to my stream editor. Yeah, because I need to change it from eastward. Sorry. Let me see. Yeah, edit stream info. We're doing some art at the moment. We'll tag it with digital art. Voice acting. Story. No. Game. Not a game show. Game development. There we go. Alright, there we are. Alright, now we need a new deal. 8x5. I think that's... Yeah, that's good. I'll pull up the reference photo. D&D. Battle maps. Town and city. Lab experiment. Here we go. Oh, nope. Sorry. I do that each time I start one of these projects. I'll plop it onto here, and then it'll just make a new thing, but I need it in the actual, yeah. There we are. Alright, now transform it. I guess, actually, yeah, we should make this... Edit the canvas size to... be square. Oh no, I see what happened. If you edit the canvas size, it occasionally will just like cut off the image itself. Ah no, it does need to be a little bit wider. Width, make it 2000. Alright, re-enter it one more time. Alright, yeah, that'll do. Alright, now we need to lock that and pick our background color. Which I think this will do. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Lower the opacity. And then get our pen out. I think I wanted to try working with the marker, the fluffy marker. Alright. Now, get that to be black. And we start, yeah. Just kind kind of outlining the area. Very loosely outlining, mind you. Bam. Oh yeah. Alright, nice. It's coming together. This will most definitely take some time. See, in the meantime, I'll try to brainstorm as I'm drawing this out here. And explain kind of what this is actually for. This is, so within the mines is a Warforged factory. The Warforged factory is specifically there in order to develop Warforged utilizing Dayfire cores and Day-to-Night cores. Both being... So these Warforged are powered by the bodies of two celestial entities, Daedin and Diadem. Diadem being the moon, and Daedin being the sun. They are experimenting to develop these new Warforged using this power that was discovered recently. Because what they didn't realize about the conflict between the sun and the moon that occurred 800 years prior was that some shards and remnants of the physical bodies of the gods fell down to the planet and were lost within the core of the earth. Or not the core, but within the ground itself. So they've taken the two deities' bodies and tried to just check to see what would happen if they tossed those minerals into a warforged. What I'm curious to find out is whether or not... Oh, wait, shoot. Sorry. Actually. It is already confirmed that the Cold Shoulder knows about the moon falling down to the earth, or the moon's impending collision with Velvet. Because they captured the adventuring party that was sent to Twining Town to investigate the Sky Twin Basilica. I gotta say, I have actually really been enjoying putting these little maps together. It's a little bit cooler when, you know, you put the map together yourself. Bring it around town. Bingo. Bingo da. Let's see how this outline is looking. Hey! Nice. Looking pretty good so far. Let's outline this part. Another one of the doors here. Whoa. And let's outline these. And we're gonna go in with a smaller brush and try to get the details. But for now, we're gonna put them in as big old blocks. Alright, cool. Let's reduce this down to 15. Yeah, I don't want to go too small with it. These things remind me of the tanks in Monsters, Inc. Alright, nice. Alright, there we go. I'm digging like the jungle theme here. I'm digging the jungle. This thing is very intricate. I'm trying to get as many details as I can in here. Or at least the most important details. Booyah. Phew. Alright, let's see how this is looking. Oh yeah. Man, oh man. It's looking good so far. Whew. This is going to be the experimentation lab section of the Warforged factory. So I was spotting a kid the other day on his back handsprings. He utterly clocked me in my nose. That was something. First time that's happened to me in a while, but oh man. It didn't ever knock the living lights out of me. And this is the type of kid that like is immensely earnest in his efforts to do the sick tricks and skills. But when it comes to back handsprings in particular, his elbows move out to the sides when he goes to brace for himself instead of swinging directly upwards. So he just elbowed me like right there in the nose. Whew. He's a kid that doesn't really talk much either. Even in that instance, which was strange. I wonder what's up with him. Because you know, I was not too talkative when I went there. When I was a kid. But, you know, if I ever clocked someone in the nose, I would immediately start apologizing. And you know, mind you, I was A-okay without an apology, but you see that's the thing. There's the but there. Let's see here. Am I missing anything? On the walls. Hey, this thing. And I'm gonna try to get these little things in here. On the side. I take it down to 10.
You can't win if you don't play.
There we go. We're just gonna plop. Some screws in here. Alright, nice. Get these stairs in here. Stair time. Oh. Whew. These tanks are intricate for a mouse and keyboard. Ah. Whew. Alright, got 2 more. These ones are a little bit different. Also, I got a voice acting opportunity that I'm gonna be auditioning for over the weekend here. I'm pretty excited about it. It's the only male roles are an older guy and a shark pirate. So I'm hoping that I can, manage one or the other. Oh gosh. Hold up. Hey yo, Kingy? Oh, I see. Just got your message. Alright. Back at it. And this map is actually for Grogan's little offshoot campaign. But there is the chance that the two of them end up encountering each other because they are both going out at the same time. So I'm wanting to be prepped for both of them by the time about like 6 o'clock rolls around. Ooh, alright. Look at that. Dang, this map is spicy. Spicy, dude. This map is spicy. Whoo. I gotta say, guys, I am I don't know. I'm surprised. The other two, if we go back over here, the other two are a little bit shoddy compared to this one. But that makes sense, right? the more that I create these, the better I'll get at them. Look at that spicy map. Spicy map. Spicy map. Spicy. Alright, let's see. Okay. Well, shoot. Let's go ahead and, wrap things up. We'll go over here. Hey, what's up, guys? I've been Mary Mitch. This was a bit of a chill stream. Just a chance to chat, tell you about my day, work on some D&D, and, just have a good time. I pray that this stream met you in good spirits, and that the day going forward is gonna be as merry as our time here. Usually I say a little spiel about laying your head on your pillow and junk, but I'll shift it up a little bit. Guys, remember to take the merriment that we found today. Let it set you at ease as you go forward with the rest of your day. And I hope it carries you all the way to nightfall and beyond. Much, much love, guys. And, I hope to catch you on the next stream. Farewell. Check out my YouTube, follow, subscribe, and love yourself. Okay, that's all from me. Farewell. Till next time, viewers. Later.